NFL team previews. We've done 12 teams so far, so 20 more to go, starting with the Las Vegas Raiders. Head coach Josh McDaniels got what he wanted with moving Derek Carr out and getting Jarrett Stidham in, who he had history with from the days in New England. Remember last season with 3 games left, he benched Derek Carr and started Stidham, and Stidham looked good. It probably saved McDaniels' job, but doing so made Derek Carr the scapegoat. Well, now Stidham is gone, and in comes Jimmy Garoppolo from the 49ers, who will have some familiarity working with McDaniels. They worked together in New England, but Jimmy G had foot surgery in the offseason and not real sure when he's going to be 100% ready to go. Also, we haven't really seen Jimmy G perform well outside of the QB-friendly system in San Fran under the guidance of Kyle Shanahan. A lot of questions with this team. In May, Davante Adams came out and said he doesn't see eye to eye with the direction of the team. We assume that's resolved, but not really sure. They lost Darren Waller. I do like the signing of Jacoby Myers, a solid wide receiver who knows the McDaniel system, but Raiders ignored one of their biggest weaknesses, the offensive line, and are projected to be one of the worst groups there in the league. Makes me question head coach McDaniel's decision-making, too. Jimmy G has consistently been one of the worst QBs under pressure. Now behind a shaky O-line coming off foot surgery, could be some issues there. Also, I think Davante Adams' skills will be limited because of Jimmy G. In the last 2 seasons, only 8% of Jimmy G's throws have been more than 20 yards or more. One of the lowest in the league, actually. He should be able to help improve on Derek Carr's red zone issues. Carr was actually awful in the red zone, finished 26th in TD percentage and ranked last in completion percentage inside the 10-yard line. Defensively, they don't have much. Awful at the line of scrimmage, O-line and D-line, really. Secondary was terrible last year. Defense finished 30th in EPA per play allowed and 30th in defensive success rate. The Raiders' defense was the only defense in the league to hold just one opposing pass offense to a game below average expectation, or in the bottom 20th percentile of the 2022 season. Max Crosby and cornerback Duke Shelley are the only 2 players on the Raider defense that have a Pro Football Focus grade above 65. Duke Shelley's one cornerback, David Long from the Rams, is the opposite corner, and he's graded out as the worst cornerback in the league the last few seasons. Raiders are extremely thin. It's a huge drop-off from starters to backups. Last season, the Raiders faced one of the 10 easiest schedules, which makes their 6-11 record even more disappointing. This season, I have the Raiders playing the 7th most difficult schedule, and their pass defense will definitely be tested, facing 5 of the top 7 pass offenses based on last year's numbers. They are one of 4 teams that get a 3-week homestand starting week 11. Raiders basically don't leave home for almost a month straight. Week 17, Raiders travel to KC on a short week. Since 1999, teams are only 22 and 34, or 39% straight up, and 44% against the spread in this same spot, traveling to KC on a short week. In 2021, the Raiders went 7-2 in single-score games and led the NFL in wins over expectation. No surprise regression hit them last year. They finished 4-9 in close games and underperformed, winning 1.9 games less than expected, which was second worst. They were 10 games last season where a team had over a 90% win probability in the fourth quarter and lost. The Raiders accounted for 2 of those. It wasn't just all bad luck, I guess, for the Raiders last season. They did lead the NFL with a 73% fumble recovery rate on offense and had the 9th highest rate on defense. Also, opposing field goal kickers made the lowest rate of kicks against the Raiders at just 70%. Seems like a lot is working against the Raiders this season. Josh Jacobs came out of nowhere and led the NFL in rushing, but seems tough to imagine he has the same production this year. Defense is bad, tough schedule. They have some talent to be competitive, but I don't see more than 7 wins here. That's all I got for the Raiders. Up next, Carolina Panthers. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.